What's up, guys? We're back at it again. Bronco. We're doing it again, so get ready. First thing we have to do. So that's 7/16, you say?
Yeah, at least I think.
The first thing that we did today was figure out how to unbolt the alternator, since that was one of the really major things that we had to do.
7/16. It's an 11. It's gotta be 12. It's an 11. Yes, it is. Absolute shitbox. Probably even worse than the lottery, but.
At this point, we were all just trying to figure out what size, ratchet we were supposed to be using. Because it seemed like every size we were using, it was either too big or too small. Also, unfortunately, the professional guy from our last video could not make it, so we were really on our own.
I think I know what the problem is. This nut doesn't exist. And then 11 mil is too big. No, 11 mil is way too small. No, 11 mil is way too small. This car's gonna either give me cancer or an aneurysm.
Probably both.
Is that brand
Oh,
K
I got
and something?
Huh?
K and... I got it! Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So it was 11?
Yeah, it was an 11. It was really fucked up and covered
Yeah.
by the other wires.
It was, in fact, the whole time the one size we were sure it wasn't.
We're replacing with the one in the back. Alternator disconnected from the vehicle. Hallelujah.
Finally, something we got done. The next thing to do was to figure out how to remove all the bolts and figure out how to get the alternator out of the car.
Honestly, if we just take this...
You can get, they have extensions.
Holy blue world.
Yeah, that's what you get for wearing yellow all.
Holy blue world. You know, they did a really great job at positioning this alternator, bro.
Yes, they did.
Quentin, is it just me or does it look like there was something that was supposed to be
Oh god, that scared me.
the door?
The door. I wasn't ready for that. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure everything that was there was everything that was needed to be there.
Care, but you don't.
Irishism.
I have Irishism.
I have Irishism.
That's unfortunate.
I also have shortism. Yeah, I'm for sure gonna get high off of WD-40.
I love that smell, man.
I like it for a bit, not all day.
This also.
Hey, dude.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry, I need...
Ford Motor Company, after making their bolts impossible to fucking remove.
Yes.
Hello. We're trying to...
Henry got his grandpa on the phone, who was the original buyer of this car. We thought he would be able to help.
So, I think this is for the AC.
That's air conditioning, yes?
This whole part is very boring, as it's just Henry talking to his grandpa.
My guess is, now that you've got the wires off the alternator, as long as they're not attached, you could probably try to start it up if you wanted to.
This was the point where lots of crazy stuff started happening.
Just
We still need to put in the bolts.
Hold on, let's see if we got spark.
I don't know exactly.
Oh,
my God.
yeah,
What
we
was
did.
that? We got big
We
sparks.
got spark.
you got big sparks when you touch.
Yeah.
Okay, so something is engaged, and I'm gonna guess it might be the starting circuit. How big is spark? Go back over there, Henry. Let him tap that close on there. Okay. There's something that's drawing. It's not the alternator. I can tell you that. 'Cause you got
This was interesting news because it all seemed like it was the alternator's fault. I mean, it was smoking last episode.
So, wait.
You got backwards.
I flipped it around again, and then somehow I got here. Quincy, hold this so I don't mess it
Okay.
up.
Yeah, the red should
As
go
it turns
above
out,
the side.
Kine flipped the battery terminals. Maybe that was what was wrong. Let's see.
That's why.
Maybe.
After replacing some leads and re-putting the battery in, this happened.
Going directly to start. So I'm
it's already
guessing
starting.
Yeah, it's trying to crank it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
It started cranking.
Okay, so I'm guessing the solenoid is stuck. Tell you what you want to do. Take that hammer that you had or that mallet and give a couple raps on the top of that solenoid. You want it. All right, now try it. See if
Take off. Stuck. Jesus Christ.
okay.
I need a second.
This was very weird, but at the same time, very good to know. Now we know the car actually can at least crank.
Okay.
Okay, for some reason it got stuck. You don't have the key. You don't have the key on, do you?
No.
No, it's not in.
There should be two wires coming, lighter wires coming out the side of that solenoid. Okay.
There's a tiny red one here, and then this one doesn't have any.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Pull
there's
that.
a little one that's disconnected here. Is this supposed?
okay.
Is this supposed to be on it?
I can't tell you for sure.
This little wire right here was disconnected.
All right. That's possible. To be knocked off.
Let's see if that did anything.
Okay. I'm reaching up now. Guys, hold this just so I don't like set something on fire.
So if it starts starting up again, take that off.
Not good. Not good. Okay.
So maybe that wire wasn't supposed to be on there.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Sometimes it's got two leads, sometimes it's only got one. Okay, pull that one that you just had on off again.
Give me a second. It's kind of like hard to get off.
Take your time, because we're going to take the other one off too and see if that doesn't solve the.
Okay.
Okay, now
Alright,
try it.
put your glove on again.
I don't like spark. I don't like electricity, but we're gonna see.
It can be dangerous.
No sparks.
No sparks.
No sparks.
Okay.
Very anticlimactic.
Need that solenoid internally. Okay. So I don't think you have an alternator problem. I think you got a solenoid problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, make that the next thing we have to buy.
So we got to dig around and find a solenoid and
Okay.
change it back out.
A replacement solenoid.
We might have one of those.
After lots of rummaging, we unfortunately could not find one.
Probably in a box.
Yeah, when I said lots of rummaging, I meant lots of rummaging.
Might not be in this one. Might have to look at the second.
We could probably find one on the Bronco graveyard.
Especially for our case, since they hold lots of vintage Bronco parts. They'd probably be very good when it comes to finding parts. Not sponsored, unless you wanna. This is gonna be fun.
Just for fun, before you do that, the one that you just
Same color, but one of them's electrical taped onto another cord.
okay. Did you remember which one you took off last?
Yes, this thinner one that's not connected.
Okay. Then put it on the opposite terminal, just for fun.
All right.
Okay, and just touch your negative terminal and see what happens now on the battery.
Oh God, I'm not gonna have fun with this.
This is gonna be scary.
Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. Okay, so
Also very
and now it's
anticlimactic.
not activating the solenoid. Okay, that's good. That's fine. Just for fun, do you have the key for that?
The Bronco?
Oh, you wanna turn it? Oh God.
Make sure it's a neutral.
This is another point where things got very goofy.
I mess with the.
Quentin, hold the brake.
Hold the brake. Just
The neutral brake.
I'm scared.
Just put-
Is it just put it on? Wait on.
What was that sound, Quentin?
I think that was it telling you it's on the on position. No, it
I
wasn't.
think that was the. Starter trying to start. Twist that again. I don't think the Bronco is supposed to do that.
No.
Kind of described whatever this
Okay,
was
so
the best.
The starter had a stroke for some reason. and now
Good
the car's
choice of
not
words.
starting.
This wasn't turning
It
over.
started spinning, and then it started making that loud noise, and then I turned it off.
Okay, that's fine. So as soon as you're energizing the circuit, it's trying to energize that solenoid. So I'm guessing that solenoid is stuck.
Yeah, the guy who told me, he was the one who diagnosed it. That guy who came over, he said it was the alternator.
Yeah, I don't think so.
At this point, we're not fully sure who's in the right, but either way, with that alternator smoking, I think it's safe to say it was fried
Goes
anyway.
into the on position first to keep going.
Mhm.
So I put the bolts back in that alternator temporarily, as best you can, and then.
Wait, including the wiring or without the wiring?
Yeah, I didn't put the wiring back. Or you can leave the wiring off till we get the solenoid situation solved.
Alright, let me just take this battery out before I kill myself.
At this point, we also got some information about another thing we were planning to fix, the AC.
See, Ford in 1966 did not put air conditioning on their vehicles like Broncos and stuff. They were always dealer add-ons. So the dealer would use the parts he had available and then put it on the vehicle and made air conditioning. Or some people would take like Sears and they put a Sears compressor on or something. But I could tell from looking from here, that's Tecumseh compressor, okay, that was a Ford compressor from a dealership and then all the other stuff. And I think the part that blows the cold air out under the dash is under the dash, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And that's all yeah, that's it.
And then
That was interesting, but you know what? At least we know the car cranks, and we now know some of the major parts we need. So anyways, I guess stay tuned till next time. And also,
I'm baking cookies!